Hello YouTube, and I'm the most interesting man in America. No, I'm kidding. But welcome back to my YouTube page. My name is Wesley Lindsey. Today what I'll be talking to you about, except all these crazy fish staring at you the whole time, creepily, pretty much what I'm going to be telling you guys about today is when I met the best band ever, Paramore. Like I told you guys before, Paramore means like the absolute world to me. They're like the best thing ever. And I met them during Monument Tour 2014 in the summer. They toured with Fall Out Boy, and when they came to Indy, I got to meet them. It was the greatest thing ever. So I remember, it's bad because I remember this day perfectly. You know how you remember bits and pieces of everything? No, I remember the whole day, like every exact moment. So it was the day I wake up and I'm so hyped because it's Paramore. I'm gonna meet Paramore finally. I've been listening to them for years. I was literally at this point where I'll listen to their songs on repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat, like literally probably like 8 hours a day at least. So I finally get to meet them, and it was me and my girlfriend at the time. So we're like driving to the concert venue, and we had probably like the coolest pregame, Paramore pregame ever. People go to the bars, they start drinking, hitting shots, pre-gaming, getting it on. No, we jammed out to possibly every single song they had. I'm surprised that we got there without any kind of accidents or anything because we were jammed out. So we're getting to the venue a little bit early because during that concert tour, they had pretty much like a tailgate where you can meet other fans. They had like all these little gifts and souvenirs, all this other stuff, and just pretty much like a tailgate. It was fun and it was pretty cool. So we're all listening at the tailgate, and me with my supersonic Paramore hearing, I hear the bass line still into you. So I run up to the gate and I'm looking. You can't see anything, but we heard Paramore sound check. It was absolutely positively awesome. So time goes by and they let us in. Well, before that, actually, the thing was when I bought the tickets back in January, I literally bought them when they dropped. And the thing was, I wanted pit tickets, to be in the pit. I would be so disappointed. I want to be so close. Haley should be able to sweat on me. Jeremy's hair should fall on me. I want to be that close to them. But I was so disappointed because when I bought the tickets, I was on my iPhone. We all know how iPhones can be. They don't pick up websites correctly. So when I got the tickets, I was able to get some good tickets, but not pit tickets. But I was no trip. I got the meet and greet, so I'm gonna meet them. That's awesome. And maybe I can upgrade my tickets later. So when we get to retrieve our tickets, I was literally while I was in line, there was these people behind us, and they were really trying to switch out because they had pit tickets and they wanted seat tickets. So it was absolutely perfect because I'm yo, I have seat tickets, I want pit tickets, let's switch and life will be perfect. So that was a blessing from God above. He answered all my prayers. That's part one of why meeting Paramore was the best day. Awesome. So we got the exact tickets we wanted. So we're getting in line for meet and greet, and they walk us around, and this really buff dude for the concert venue, he's so we have a couple of rules. And I'm oh my God, here it goes. So he's so Haley's on vocal rest, so you can't only ask her yes or no questions, and make sure you don't touch them because you're sweating and stuff. I'm dude, I'm really having no, I do not care what you're talking about right now. I just want to meet the loves of my life. That's all I care about at this point. So he's telling us all this, and as we're getting in line, from afar, probably a good 30 feet, I don't know. I'm really bad estimator at knowing distance, so it could be 300 feet and I'm totally wrong. But from a good distance away, we actually saw Haley, Jeremy, and Taylor. They were at this booth, and they were talking to radio hosts and stuff like that. And I'm freaking out because I'm they're right there. I'm taking pictures and everything. Everybody that's in line to meet Paramore, I'm the only one freaking out. So I'm you guys, there's literally Paramore over there. You're about to meet them. Why aren't you freaking out that, they're right there. I'm taking pictures and everything. I'm candid with Paramore, and they're just chilling. I'm okay, whatever. I'm the real fan here. No trip. I'm gonna keep doing me. So we're getting in line, and the way they had it set up was that you can't really there was this fence, so you could not see them until it was your time to come. So I'm freaking out. I'm rehearsing my lines. I'm I hope I don't bust out crying, and I hope that I don't pass out and just die or something, or they don't hate my guts or something, even though that was totally impossible. I don't know. I was just thinking of any possible situation. So we finally get, it's my turn, and I hand them. See, this is how it happened, because I wanted Paramore to sign my cell phone. So I gave them my girlfriend, I gave the photographer, I gave him my girlfriend's cell phone, and I had my pocket in hand so they can sign it, you know. He was like, so why do you have your cell phone in your hand? I was like, blah, leave me alone, I got this, leave me alone. So I finally, it's my turn, I'm like hyperventilating, not really, but I'm like about to have an like anxiety attack. And I walk up to them, and they're like absolutely the coolest people you could absolutely meet. Like before I can even say a word out, Jeremy's like, oh my God, dude, I love your shirt. And I look down because of course, like, I forgot what shirt I'm wearing, even though I had my shirt prepared out for like months on end. I look down, I'm thinking, dude, like, this is your shirt, because you love the shirt. I'm like, whatever. Jeremy Davis just complimented my Paramore shirt. Coolest shirt ever. I'm excited. I was like, thanks, dude, blah, 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 blah. So we're talking, we're going pretty fast. And I had this NSYNC blanket I got Haley because I know she absolutely loves NSYNC. So I gave that to her, and when I gave it to her, face like just brightened up. And then Jeremy and Taylor were looking at it. It was like the coolest moment ever, and I was able to make them smile, so that was awesome. So, and I also, because you know I'm an artist, I had this illustration booklet back in 2013. They had the self-titled album come out, and when that came out months later, I made single covers for every single one. There's 17 songs, and I made it into a nice booklet, and I gave it to them. And as I'm giving it to them, I started crying. I have no shame in that. I knew it was gonna happen because, I mean, they're like my life. They're like the coolest thing ever. So I'm like started crying. And Haley, she's like, you know, mind you, she's supposed to be on vocal rest, and they told us, yeah, she's like on vocal rest, and she's like, oh, don't cry, and then she walks up to me, and she gives me a hug. So like, I'm like about to like spaz out. I'm sure my legs started twitching. I started like foaming out the mouth because it was like the coolest moment ever in my life. But Haley Williams gave me a hug. She gave me a hug. So after I like get myself together, Taylor, he comes up to me, he's like, yo, thanks for always supporting us. Like, and he was like, yeah, thanks for always supporting us. I'm like, what are you talking about? You guys have always been there for me. So it was like the coolest, absolute, like, we meshed together so well. Like you can tell that they, like, I was able to, you know, portray my love for them, and they gave it back. So it was like the coolest moment ever in my life. We take our pictures, and we had to go. I'm sorry, my time with them was over. My personal time with them was probably the best, probably like, you know, minute, 30 seconds ever in my life. So actually, the funny thing is, during their concert, you know, we're jamming out. I'm jamming, me and my girlfriend at the time, we're just jamming, going on to their songs, and we're just going crazy. And you know, I watch Paramore's YouTube videos all the time. Like any concert they've ever had that's on the internet, I probably watched it. I probably know every single speech Haley gives. And this time she gave a super special speech, and I really think, I mean, not to be like vain or anything, but I'm pretty sure she gave that super speech because I was there and she felt like a type of way, like she had to switch it up a little bit, so that was awesome. And their last song was, what was their last song? Ain't It Fun? Their last song they played was Ain't It Fun? So we're jamming or whatever. So it's, you know, they have balloons like coming out the air, they have confetti and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know about you guys, but I collect everything. So I'm like, they have Paramore confetti, I'm like snatching it up, put it in my pocket, like I'm gonna keep this forever. I caught myself a balloon, I was so happy about that. So when their concert's over and they're like, oh, blah 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 blah, Jeremy, he's throwing out guitar picks, and guess what, he threw a guitar pick to me, you know, this guitar pick has Jeremy Davis's name on there, Jeremy Paramore. So I got his guitar pick, and it was probably like the absolute coolest moment ever.